And that should be live now. Hey guys, Dylan, aka DillPickle56 here. Don't hit your mic again, please, Nathan. Okay. Okay, so he's gonna be reading my chat. So if it's lagging, if it's uh, if it if it's stuttery, let him know, please. And okay, welcome to TechnoTalks episode 2. Actually, hang on, I didn't have this prepped beforehand. I thought about this and I didn't do it. I gotta go. Our first question is from my friend Leonard on Facebook, who I actually used to go to church with a long time ago. Alright. Alright, I got the post here. This was his exact question. How does today's advancement in technology help or hurt the socioeconomic structure of man? And he later followed that up with, since I'm a retired banker and studied business and finance in college, the subject of technology and its effects on the economy, good and bad, has always been a concern of mine.
Ah, you should have clarified that a while back, Dylan.
Well, sorry, I didn't think. I mean, I didn't think the follow-up was relevant, Nathan.
Alright.
Well, do you, do you have any response to that? Because, I mean, I had a little something in mind to say about that, but you might be a bit more knowledgeable.
Well, that's a really tough question to answer, actually. In fact, borderline ridiculous to try to answer on our own. The best answer I could hope to give is well, it's evolving to be another part of man, surely. I might be making assumptions here, but by technology, I'm assuming he means computers and stuff like the internet.
Yeah, that's
Because,
and phones, of course.
well, yeah, kind of ties in with the computers and the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like
And,
it's an ever growing industry, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger. And the economic of it's going to, I think it's good for the economy because it keeps it keeps the money going. And but remember the first thing he said was socioeconomics, and that I I had a pretty clear idea in my head when I heard that what it meant, but I had to look it up for myself to clarify, and that's
ooh, what's going on with the streaming quality?
I had to downscale to 720p, dude. It was the only way.
Oh no, I mean it just got really blurry. All this, like, look at this. This this is. I'm about to send you something.
I don't send me anything right now, no, dude. I literally the way I have it set up, it's a display capture, so anything on screen is gonna go in.
All right. Never mind then. I just.
Oh, I could see it on my phone.
I was about to send you something through Discord. But anyways, that is the stream quality right now.
It must
It it
it
it
must be
it,
something
it,
on your end, all right.
it just lagged out maximal to the max, and I'll refresh the page. That might fix it.
My camera keeps blinking on my screen too, and I don't know why.
I mean,
It's not bad, but yeah, we're getting off track. So, economically, I think technology is good for to keep the money going, and it's gotten so huge as a part of the economy. I think, which is good, and there's a lot of new stuff every year. But socially, it I mean, sure, there's social media, there's Snapchat, which I'm gonna get a Snapchat account soon so I can stay in touch with some of my college friends because that's the only way I know how to get in touch with people. Although,
Mind if I take the control of the wheel here for a second?
okay, sure, go ahead.
Socially, I'd say the effects are rather mixed. I don't think you can arrive at a definitive answer as to whether it has positive social effects or not. You have things like social media where people are able to communicate to each other. No, no. You have things like social media where you have people posting to where a large group of people can see them, and then you have instant messaging between people through things like Discord and texting, where back in the old days it would take months to send days and sometimes even months to send a message depending on where you're sending to.
Well,
Now it
yeah,
just takes a second.
and there's also email.
uh
Although,
that's what I mean by the effects are mixed as well. It also allows you to be more reclusive, and
well, yeah,
because you could stick stick to something like Discord and join a server and never have to really interact with anyone in real life. I mean,
well,
you're interacting with real people, but through a screen.
yeah, that's I mean, I definitely think that like I've had a lot of experience talking to strangers online, mostly kids actually. I've found.
But even then, I can't even say that that's bad. I don't know if that's even necessarily a bad thing. Like, being able to be reclusive. What if you're just shy and have a hard time communicating?
The thing for me is, and yeah, we're getting more into in social because obviously the money keeps going as technology grows, and I think that's good for the economy. But here's the thing: when I see that there's a kid who wants to play Minecraft with friends that he meets on Xbox every day, and I don't and this kid obviously has school, but he goes home. The first thing he wants to do is invite all his friends to Minecraft. That usually is a red flag for me that this kid probably needs to get out more. And uh, yeah, I was just telling you earlier that I need to get out and exercise more, but uh, I did a lot before my bike was stolen. So
To be honest, I don't know if. Well, do they really have to get out more? Is what I'm wondering. Maybe they're still getting the proper exercise they need to if they're walking back and forth to school. Maybe there's a bit more to it than simply just playing with their friends on Xbox.
hmm.
What I'm saying is, it's a rather sensitive subject to come in with opinions.
Well, I mean, obviously every case is isolated, but there was this one kid. I'm not gonna say her name, but she even like when I was having class in college, oftentimes my phone would keep buzzing, and she was sending me invites in Minecraft. I didn't want to block her, and I haven't because she's kind of stopped since then. But invite after invite, just spamming, and that I was like, this is this is getting on my it was getting on my nerves. I talked to her about it multiple times, and she eventually stopped and would send maybe two or three at a time. But the constant spamming did stop, and it really concerned me for a while because she did mention a lot of mm, uh, her interactions were online, and I wasn't. It was just a cause of concern for me because she's young and she like I know as a kid I didn't have a huge group of friends in school, but I wish I did.
I never really had a huge group of friends either.
Whoa, you're way out of sync.
No, I'm not.
You are on my screen.
Must be on your end.
Just disconnect and reconnect your camera.
All right. Yeah, string quality's still bad.
Yeah.
Just gotta be honest there.
Well, it is 720p. I had to downscale.
No. I mean, it was really good at first. It looked pretty sharp, and then it just devolved into fuzziness.
Okay, hang on. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk here. Okay, I am seeing green on my OBS.
Hmm. Huh. Let's see. So, let me check my connection really quick. How am I doing?
Yeah, check that.
I'll go ahead and ping my really quick. Speedtest.net. Immediately got 350 megabits per second down.
I don't know if it's you or me.
Me either. Ah. Okay, there we go. It's fixed now.
Okay. Yeah, so I definitely think that's like obviously with social media you have a lot of positive things too. I interact with a lot of old friends on Facebook. So and that's how I got this socioeconomics question in the first place.
I'm gonna reposition the camera really quickly here.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do that because I have the laptop.
Anyways.
Yeah, so this is a very difficult question to cover, but if we do cover this again, we will definitely do a bit more research on it.
Maybe we should do things like straw polls and whatnot. Try and get a unbiased.
I don't know. My channel doesn't have enough. I may have 56 subscribers, but my channel doesn't have enough publicity to do like a straw poll. I could do something on Facebook, but normally unless it's something to do with a dog picture or something, then I can't really count on getting a lot of responses. By the way, if in case you're wondering, the reason this is closed is because there's a lot of glare when that happens.
I see. I have all my windows open fully.
Yeah, well, that's because your camera is positioned a whole lot better than I can position anything. And what is that over there?
That is a lamp.
Oh, I thought it was a giant piece of cardboard. I didn't see that it was the lampshade.
I just kind of sat that on top of my computer for studying at night because I do not have a desk lamp. I really need one.
I have one, and I don't know how I'm gonna fit it on my desk once I get it. Like the way it's gonna go, I might have mentioned this already in the other video, but the desk is going to be by the window, so all the light that's going to be coming down on me during videos is going to be natural light.
Well, what I mean is, the desk I have and the one that you're looking at is quite spacious,
Mm-hmm.
actually. There's a lot of room for me to put my stuff down. Enough room for me to, I can just move my keyboard forward, and baboom, I can fit papers and I can write stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't really do that with a laptop. I have to literally slide it over, but I got so much stuff over here. Yeah. Even though I did clean up my room a whole lot these past couple of weeks, there's still some mm, there's still some stuff on my desk. Disney, don't sue me.
Hmm. Oh. So, what other topics? Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about the Steam Link app next, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
How
So
how's your experience been with it? Because it's not on iOS yet, and
yeah, I'm actually very disappointed that it's not on iOS yet. I was expecting it to go live today, but it hasn't. And so far, this might be unique to my unit and my own setup. But when I interact with my computer through the Steam Link app without a controller connected and just through the touch input, it's fine. But when I connect a controller to it through Bluetooth, performance goes way down. I do have a 2.4 gigahertz connection, not a 5 gigahertz network. So that might be the reason, but here's the thing that really puzzled me. When I had a controller connected to it through Bluetooth and I was interacting with it, sometimes it would be okay, but it would always performance would drop down and then my phone would just disconnect from Wi-Fi.
oh, that's a known issue with the Steam Link app that they're planning to address. I was reading some articles about it earlier today.
Was it on the Steam discussions forum?
I was just looking at general media. They were talking about the technical details about the Steam Link app.
Yeah. I was legitimately wondering whether it was just me because there were a lot of positive reviews and even mine I left 4 stars because I figured that because I have a 2.4 gigahertz connection, it's not going to be the best experience for me. So, yeah, that's my experience with it so far. Also, the Steam controller when it's connected to the phone doesn't really work unless the Steam Link app is installed. So, although I did have sometimes the trackpad does work as a mouse. Sometimes it does work as a mouse, but this is how I used to interact with my computer a lot. So
Yeah,
so I would
it's
still use this thing just with the computer for now, and the Steam Link app can. I mean, that can wait until they've fixed all the bugs with it.
so the Steam Link app does have a touch interface.
It does have a touch interface. I'm able to confirm that, and
Nice.
it usually runs pretty smooth if you use the touch interface. If you have a controller connected, performance pretty much falls apart. And I wasn't aware that this was a known issue. What did the articles say about it?
Uh, Steam Link app controller issues. I think I may have read it wrong, but
Oh,
what it says is a controller input lag becomes great when you use a non when you don't use a specific controller. It's like if you were to use a PS4 controller, there'd be significant input lag. I are you talking about like the frame rates going choppy and whatnot? Because that's different from what I read.
so when I have a controller connected to it, keep in mind I do have a 2.4 gigahertz network. So when I have a controller connected to this thing through Bluetooth, of course, I I'll sometimes I'll see stuff on the screen, sometimes I won't, and when I do, it's really really laggy. And when I have my controller connected to the phone, yeah, again, sometimes nothing shows up at all, and the controller interaction with the computer through the phone is seamless.
Hmm,
But I get no video input, so there's no point.
that's pretty good.
But but when I don't have a controller connected and just use the touch interface, it's absolutely fine. So again, maybe it's unique to my phone. Maybe it is unique to my hardware.
Or it
But
could be or it could be a bandwidth issue.
I I don't
Um,
I don't know because
what
my
I mean
blue
is by bandwidth issue is does the what phone did you get again?
Moto G5S Plus.
Ah, not the One Plus. I don't know the specs on it. Does it support 5 gigahertz? Out of curiosity.
I don't know. It doesn't. I don't think it. I don't know if it says so on the spec page.
Oh wow, it's not that one, but I know.
You froze for a second. I thought maybe I thought something happened there. Yeah. So the Steam Link app. I don't know how good it is on other devices yet. Obviously, when the iOS and tvOS version comes out, I'm gonna test it on my Apple TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it's a real shame that it performs badly on at least my phone. All right, you. How about PC building versus buying?
All right. For a while, it was well, since 2017, it was more affordable to buy a pre-built because crypto miners
Mm-hmm.
buying up all the GPUs and the GPU stocks going to hell. But right now, the market's recovered enough to the point where building a computer is you can get it significantly cheaper than a pre-built and with
Yeah,
better, slightly better specs. Again, it's starting to become that way again.
yeah. I have I've been I haven't really been following that, but the whole crypto mining thing is very confusing, and probably shouldn't go into depth on it because I really have no idea how they do it. But but yeah, crypto mining is uh, something that involves the graphics processing unit, and there are a lot of crypto miners, and they buy all the GPUs and get money off of using them. I guess. Like I don't know how.
I can explain it pretty simply. Simply put, every GPU is simply just adding every GPU in the mining that are mining a certain cryptocurrency are simply just adding to the blockchain of that cryptocurrency. Basically, the all those GPUs are acting as encryptors for the cryptocurrency. So as you encrypt this cryptocurrency for whatever coin it is, they will pay you in their own coin
Hmm.
as a reward for donating computational power to them.
I, s- I still don't know how that generates a profit, but let me know in the comments if you understood it.
Generates a profit because there's a bunch of investors hopping on cryptocurrencies, and these cryptocurrencies gain value because of that.
Yeah, well, hopefully we're able to build the PC before the hype for crypto mining goes up again.
Oh, it's going to, by the way.
How soon?
With the 11 series cards looking like they're just over the horizon, the 11 series cards I'm going to predict are going to disappear from the shelves when they're first released.
Hmm. What about the 10 series?
What's the point of the 10 series anymore for mining?
That is true. The
You,
crypto miners
you're getting
usually go for the latest and greatest stuff.
Yes, because they're trying to maximize their hash rate. They're trying to get the most efficient card that draws the least amount of power, but gives them the most amount of hash.
Hmm. Well, this topic went in the direction that I was not intending it to go. I was actually going to uh, talk about um, buying versus building for certain use cases.
Well, in general, for any use case, building a PC is always going to be the better option.
It is the better option. I agree with that, but mm, you if you have the money to build a really nice PC, but your use case is office work and and not gaming, then sometimes sometimes it's okay to go with a pre-built.
Just just buy a bunch of cheap parts for like not even $100 and throw together a cheap old office PC that looks nice.
Hmm. Yeah, and the fractal design case is a good option for a.
Fractal design is expensive.
Is it actually? Okay, yeah. So maybe not for.
I'd go with something like Zalman or something like that.
Hmm.
If you're going on that low of a budget.
Well, I didn't say what the budget was necessarily.
Well, generally you try to steer clear of the more expensive cases if you're going on a budget, though.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I chose the Note 202 because it's perfect for portability use cases.
Right. Which is what I need because I'm going to be going to and from school.
Yeah, this is pretty much exactly why I chose it out. Bonus points, it comes with a built-in power supply.
And it
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily need to be booted every week because the boot drive is an SSD, and the storage I can use the storage drive for
What? What's booted it? Why would you boot it every week?
or every month I should say. So let me explain something to you. The reason we can't use the old iMac anymore is because we didn't use it for years, and now every time it boots up and we log in, it just flat out crashes.
I don't see why. I don't see why that would happen.
Well, that the hard drive hasn't been used in so long, and I'm gonna be honest, maybe I shouldn't have updated it to OS 10 Yosemite when I did.
Okay. It might actually just be software issues with that thing.
It could be, but it is very old hardware.
Because I don't know where you're getting that boot every month or week from.
Hmm. Because
You'd be
isn't it bad for a hard drive to not to not be used for more than like 3 months?
Well, yeah, if you leave them out for like a year without turning them on, you might get some data, but it would be relatively lost, but it would be relatively minor and could probably be recovered with a quick sweep over just turning it on.
Hmm.
But it's not really a problem with hard drives per se.
What about the SSHD?
Well, it's a hard drive with an eight. It's a 2 terabyte hard drive with an 8 gigabyte SSD built into it.
Hmm.
The 8 gigabyte acts kind of like a smart cache. It caches your most used files in that SSD, so it runs super fast.
Hang on, I got an itch.
So yeah, what I mean by it acts like a smart cache.
What'd you do?
I cables. That's what that got.
Oh.
And so it basically acts as a smart cache. So let's say let's play you're like me and you play a lot of GTA 5. It would store some of the most used files from GTA 5, so next time you play GTA 5, it would load and run super fast.
Wait a minute, you're gonna do Let's Plays on GTA 5?
No, I was just giving an example.
Oh, okay.
So that's the point of an SHD. It basically has a super fast SSD built into it to act as like a smart cache.
Mm-hmm.
So you get faster load time in games and whatnot with it.
Okay. Anything in the chat so far?
Let me check. Nothing.
Okay. Oh, is there anything you wanna add? Like maybe smartphones stuff?
I haven't been really paying attention to smartphones at all.
Yeah. But you've heard of the OnePlus 6, right?
Yeah, I have actually.
Yeah, I saw
Just
that
that
one.
last video.
And the thing that bothers me about the OnePlus 6 is, and something that bothers me with a lot of phones now actually, is that ever since the iPhone 10 came out, a lot of Android phones have come out with that same kind of notch concept, as if it's a desirable thing, which I don't think it is.
I don't really mind the notch all that much, to be honest.
Yeah, but if you do a lot of media consumption like Netflix and the ratio is above 16 by 9, I would expect the notch to cut into the side of the thing. Maybe there's software to stop that from happening, but
I
I
just
remember
thought I just thought the notch pixels go black when you're watching content.
maybe the little cutouts do disappear when you're watching stuff, but I remember seeing something. I think it was in one of Dave Lee's videos. Uh, he was mm, he showed how on the iPhone 10, if you're watching stuff full screen and it's widescreen, the notch does cut into it.
Let's see. Let's see. One plus 6.
I mean, maybe I'm freaking out over nothing. Maybe it's not an issue, but it bothers me because uh, I feel like that notch is gonna cause a few issues.
I think it'd be rather simple just to make it. The notch doesn't look all that bothersome, to be honest.
Yeah, in fact, the OnePlus 6 is uh, actually has one of the smallest notches I've seen, besides the Essential phone, where it's literally just the camera.
That is a nice looking phone. Too
Yeah.
bad the B-roll shot that I'm looking at has it covered in fingerprints.
um, does it support wireless charging?
Let's see.
Because I honestly forgot whether it does.
So as the latest, well, of course, as the latest Snapdragon processor, 8 cores. Um, let's see. It supports quick charging. Nothing, I don't see anything about wireless yet. But I wouldn't be too surprised.
Neither would I.
The OnePlus 6 does not have wireless charging.
Okay, so that's one thing that they had to. I guess they had to not do that to keep the price down.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
And now
the thing that
for the
really
all.
bothers me, the thing that really bothers me, and I think this is really stupid, is that flagship phones these days are upwards of $1,000.
Yeah, kind of stupid.
And I don't know if that's Apple's fault or if the price is legitimate. But obviously you are paying for brand. And this is actually one of the reasons that I did switch to Android from having an iPhone.
The biggest thing I hate that Apple ever started was the whole headphone jack nonsense.
Yeah, that I mean, I think I remember seeing a video of I don't know if this was I don't know if Unbox Therapy made this edit or if this was at Apple's keynote, but I remember there was footage of it was this old black and white footage of this. It looked like a server, and it had a lot of analog jacks in it. And this woman was moving jacks to and from, connecting different things.
Okay, good. The
Yeah, that
OnePlus.
I mean the the headphone jack is an old technology, but
Yeah, I'll agree with it.
look at this. Look at this. You see, I'm not doing wireless right now. I'll
Uh,
I'll prove it to you. I don't even have it connected into my Xbox controller, so I can't do it. Wait.
wait. Shush. Shush still and let me speak.
Okay, what do you got?
Biggest irk that they were trying to associate old with outdated and bad.
Yes,
Just
they
because something's old doesn't mean it's outdated.
right.
The headphone jack offers far superior audio quality to wireless, still, so far, and it's an ancient piece of technology.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's old and wireless is new and flashy, should we just drop wired headphones for just for the heck of it? I don't think we should.
I don't either. I use these a lot, but and the mic quality is actually really good on this thing. Like you've told me that you can't really tell a difference between this and uh, and what I normally use. But here's the thing. I can't use this with my PC for some stupid reason.
Hmm.
And and obviously you can't really go wireless on an airplane. Because if too many people use wireless on an airplane, there's gonna be interference, I think.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, that's why there's airplane mode. Airplane mode disables Bluetooth. You got to carry around an adapter to listen to music on the airplane if you have an iPhone 10, for example, or the iPhone 7 and up, I should say. What else? What else doesn't have a headphone jack anymore? Here's one thing. I don't think I've heard of a laptop that doesn't have a headphone jack. Have you?
No, I haven't heard of such a thing yet. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I find it absolutely horrifyingly stupid, but I would not be surprised.
I wouldn't either, to be honest. As laptops can get lighter and thinner, they're starting to get rid of USB A and going with USB C, which that is taking a few years to transition into, but it's definitely happening. And I'm not.
That honestly doesn't irk me as much as the whole headphone jack thing.
It used to irk me a lot, and that's because a lot of our peripherals still use USB Type A, and USB Type C. The good thing about that is that you can plug an adapter into it and get multiple USB Type A ports out of it. That's although then you're going to have a whole lot of adapters laying around that you probably don't want later on.
True.
And I could see the transition happening where all our peripherals are either wireless or USB Type C. But when we move on from that, it's going to take a few years to transition again. So I want USB Type C to last a long time before Intel or whoever is in charge of whatever ports are put into computers comes out with something new.
Alright.
Man.
So what other topics do we have?
I really didn't have anything else. There wasn't much to discuss other than because I reached out on Facebook and didn't get a whole lot. Hang on, there was one other thing that I did have. I got to look through my Facebook again. Just to. This was something about. Where's. Okay. Facebook. Why Facebook Mobile? You little worm.
Man, I have had a tiring day so far.
Oh, where are the comments? Come on.
Oh, we have a commenter, finally.
Oh?
Hello!
Is that all he said?
Yeah, there's Zevo the Boss 609.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright. I saw it for a flash second. This was on a live video. No, stop playing. Jeez. Dang it, I hate this interface. Heads up.
Still...
He said... What?
Checking if this person is still there.
I don't think so.
I mean, it still says 2 people are watching.
Oh, well, that's, that could be you and somebody else. Yeah, so, this was from Tyler. Remember Tyler? Kyle's brother?
No, not exactly.
Okay, well, he said heads up displays, and then I commented back and said, what are you talking about? That's not very specific. And then he referenced fighter jets, and I'm like, I don't think I know enough about that to cover it.
Nope,
'Cause
nope. They're still here.
okay, so yeah, gosh, I really don't have anything else to discuss. Hmm. While we're still on the subject of wireless peripherals, what do you think the chances are of wireless HDMI becoming a consumer and budget thing?
Well, hang on. We've got someone in the comments. Uh, no, neither of us have a Xbox One. I have a old 360 behind my TV gathering dust, but aside from that, no, we do not have Xboxes.
No, I thought about getting one for a while, and the it just didn't really appeal as much as the Nintendo Switch because I'm always out and about, and sometimes my parents are watching TV, and I want to play a game, so I just take my Switch out of the dock. Yeah, it 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 literally is. You just take it out, put it back, no problem. I like it. I like it. I like it better than the Xbox, honestly. And
Yeah, the Switch is pretty cool.
I'm not saying the
Although
Xbox.
I'm
Good.
the Xbox is a decent piece of hardware. It's more powerful than the Switch, in fact. It's
Hmm.
just the Switch is portable.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that the Xbox is bad. It's actually a legitimately good console. But the thing that really bothered me about it was oh wow, there was a lot of mm, you're oh wow you're cutting
My
out quite a bit.
camera,
Hmm.
my camera is off centered.
Uh,
Hang on.
well, yeah, the thing that bothers me about the Xbox is obviously Microsoft came out with I think two new Xboxes in 1 or 2 years. The thing with the Switch, I mean, there are rumors that Nintendo is working on a Switch 2 because there was a hardware piracy issue. Mm, you might have heard of this, Nathan. Mm, there's a there's a hardware thing with the Switch.
Yeah, I heard there's a hardware exploit currently.
Mm-hmm. Well, which Nintendo can't really fix with software, so it's a hardware thing, and there's pretty much no fixing that unless, of course, a new Switch comes out. But mm, yeah, so there has been a rumor that a new Switch is coming out, and I don't know if there's any truth to these rumors, but yeah, mm, yeah. The thing that
Might
bothers me about
might
the
be a
Xbox,
might just be a hardware. It might just be a hardware swap and not really a Switch 2.0.
yeah, well,
Basically, just a Switch with an updated processor, so the exploit is gone.
maybe, but the thing is, the issue isn't with the Switch hardware; it's with the Tegra chip that's in the Switch, and I think this Tegra processor is from Nvidia.
Yeah, yeah, I know this. What I mean is they're probably going to go with an updated Tegra from Nvidia and to solve the problem.
Okay, yeah, but before we lose ourselves in that topic, the thing that bothered me about the Xbox is that as more games come out, it and this is an issue with a lot of things. But as more Xbox consoles come out, actually, and the hardware is better and better, it it
Well, you can
the
still play all the games across the Xboxes at 30 frames per second,
yeah,
as
but
long as it's the Xbox One lineup.
yeah, well, yeah, I don't. I actually don't know what bothers me about it other than the the Xbox One is now outdated, and the Xbox One X is so expensive.
Well, the Xbox One is still able to play all the games that are released at 30 frames per second.
Yeah, but
It's not.
the preferable purchase now is the Xbox One S.
Oh yeah, just slightly up. It's just up. I guess it's their way of updating hardware without going another generation. Well,
Yeah,
pretty soon there's probably going to be a new generation of Xbox.
yeah, and there are a lot of nice games on the Switch, and the game library on the Switch is growing. And the two games I have both The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey. Both really good games. I love them a lot. I just got Mario Odyssey last week, and I'm I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's got some really nice mechanics, and I like it. And I've played Breath of the Wild for I want to say almost 6 months now.
So how's this compared to the Mario phone game you played?
Oh, this is a whole lot better than than Super Mario Run. Yeah, because
As I,
obviously the Super Mario Run game is limited by the obviously the touch interface. And I like being able to move in 3D space with Mario Odyssey.
Mario games are pretty. While we're talking about Mario Odyssey, you know what's in my recommended feed? And I haven't even been watching any videos about this.
What?
I'm getting a video of Super Mario Odyssey
Uh-huh.
glitches and exploits. And I don't know why. I just noticed it as we're talking about Mario Odyssey, and I'm like,
Oh, have you been watching a lot of glitch videos?
no,
Oh, that's really weird.
spooky coincidence.
Yeah. Wink dink. Yeah. So I don't really have a problem with the Xbox One, but the problem that I have is mostly with Microsoft because they they made a lot of promises with Minecraft that they didn't keep, and it was supposed to have a super nice graphics DLC that was supposed to coincide with the release of the Xbox One X, but that didn't happen. So,
I'm still waiting for Halo 3 on PC.
oh, is it supposed to be ported to PC?
I haven't said anything about it, but I want it.
Wait, so they haven't said anything about Halo 3 coming to PC ever?
They've been hinting at it for the past few months now. It started recently, but they've been hinting at it now, and now I feel teased
Yeah.
since I had to wait so long for this really good
Yeah.
game to come to PC.
Yeah, I feel the same way about the Minecraft Super Duper Graphics DLC, which which the last time they even said anything about it was Minecon Earth, and they said coming in 2018, and I'm like, you're not gonna give us a time frame other than one whole year? I think they might release it in June. Sorry. And the reason I
Okay.
say this is because I was browsing around on my Switch recently, looking at the eShop, and I went over to the coming soon, scroll down, and I see Minecraft on there. It's the new version of Minecraft that's coming to the Switch. It's gonna, I think it's gonna replace the Nintendo Switch Edition, and I read something on the Minecraft website that says I'm gonna be able to get it for free since I already have Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition on the eShop. But the thing that really bothered me was that they didn't even announce this. They didn't even give a release date on their website, and I think Minecraft and Microsoft PR for at least for their games really needs to step up their dang it, a pun. They really got to step up their game.
Ah, yay! Accidental puns are the greatest.
No, I don't think that one was very good.
It's just the concept of accidental puns is the greatest.
Okay, we've gone on for almost an hour now, so yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you want.
I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you all for watching. Please leave comments below with your own topics so we can not run out of ideas.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go see what's going on downstairs. Yeah.
All right, see y'all later. This has been Dill Pickle 56 with Nathan. Bye now.